ready, Kay?
I'm ready, Micheline.
You know it's Monday night, right?
Yeah, you know what that means.
It's the Kicks and Giggles show.
The Kicks and Giggles show.
It's the Kicks and Giggles show.
It's the Kicks and Giggles show.
It's the kick. It's the giggle. It's the show.
Hey,
Time to do this, people.
let's go. I was waiting.
Hey, Kay.
Hi, Micheline. Hi, everybody. This is the Kicks and Giggles show. I'm KS Lewis.
I'm Micheline Bowman, looking kind of like I ain't got no.
And we are the Divas of Monday night coming to you live. Hope everyone is having a wonderful Monday. If you are new to the show, we thank you for joining us tonight. We come on every second and fourth Monday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. And if you don't get a chance to watch us live, then you can always go back and download our show on any platform that you like to get your podcast.
Yes. And I'm excited. It's Monday.
It's Monday. I can't complain. It's Monday. I mean, I could really complain. I could give you a list of things that I could complain about, but it's Monday, and I have a really great kick and giggle though.
Okay, well then I'm not even gonna stop. Let you be great with your kick and your giggle because I got mine together too. So
okay. Yeah. For those of you who are new to the show, we do something called kick and giggle of the week, or pretty much it's of the week. I'm getting comfortable, y'all. Just excuse me. I'm in this chair and I'm trying to, and say hi to my plan and all. Y'all know I moved recently. Anyway, blah blah blah. But so we do a kick and giggle of the week, and it's pretty much our high and low. And so typically Micheline starts, but I'm going to start this week. Just in case you're wondering, tonight we're talking about hot topics. There are so many things that have been going on that, we just got to do a hot topics check-in because my Lord, wow,
wow.
a lot of stuff.
Boom, chicka, wow. Yes.
But let me get into the kick and giggle of the week for me. So my kick is, okay, I moved. And I'm just going to say it this way. My household is bigger. And so that means that, one of my favorite pastimes for anyone who's listening and can relate, if you can relate, hit me up, just to give me a high five. I love to grocery shop. Like literally, I could grocery shop every day. That is one of my absolute favorite things to do. I know it probably sounds really crazy, but I love it. I love, and my day to go is Monday and Friday. Because I work from home on those days, so technically I'm whatever. But anyway, I'm not even gonna get into that. But anyway, so those are the days I go. And I already see somebody say I just like grocery shopping. Girl, give me your list. I will go for you because I love to grocery shop. Okay. No one in my house likes to go with me because I pretty much go down every aisle when I go. Even though I know it's there, it's still what I like to do. But over the last couple of weeks, since my household has grown, girl, oh my damn. I was adding up everything. I think I've spent like $500 so far. And I can't do that. So I got to figure something out because we like to eat in this house. But the other way that I reconcile that is, okay, yes, I've spent a lot of money on groceries, but we're not going out to eat also. So, because sometimes people will buy groceries and then they still go out to eat. No, we are eating in the house. We are grilling. I am, buying snacks left and right, and they snacking, and I'm buying all my favorite stuff to make drinks up on my rooftop and stuff. So yeah, so we are enjoying the groceries. But anybody want to send me a little $20 and bless me? Thank you. I don't need it for these hungry jokers. But anyway, it's my kick. My giggle of the week is, girl, as soon as I got into this new place and checked my mail that had been lingering for about a week or so, I go through the mail. I have a jury summons. Ooh. And I'm like, so I was supposed to report tomorrow for jury duty.
Oh, wow.
And I've been, doing what I needed to do on this and that end, just to make sure that everything, still runs the way it's supposed to run at work and at home. And I checked right before we went live, and they said I do not have to report, and I am good for 24 months. So that is my giggle, because I'm like, oh, Lord, thank you. You heard my cry. You
Yeah.
heard my earnest plea, Lord. Thank you.
So you was dismissed.
Yes, thank God.
That's a good thing.
Susan, I do buy wholesale. I do. I buy wholesale, and I buy, my favorite place to shop is Aldi. I'm addicted.
Oh, I like Aldi too. Hey, Susan. Hey, Bray.
I buy all that.
Nothing wrong with that. I mean, I get toilet paper and stuff like that, because it's just, I don't really have to go wholesale like that, because it would go bad if I got too much of something. I tried that.
You eat it.
But Aldi.
And now that I live close to Costco, shoo. And
I like Aldi.
the liquor.
Oh, that's right, because you're in DC. Yeah, I don't have that luxury.
Yes.
Okay.
So anyway, all right. What's your giggle?
Okay, you want the kick or you want the giggle first?
Doesn't matter. Whatever you want to give me.
I'm gonna do the kick. I am over being told by men, grown men, that, oh, I thought you were married. Oh, I thought you had a man. Oh, I thought you, like, all these assumptions when they look at me of why they don't talk to me. So I was having a conversation, and this gentleman was trying to talk to me, and he was like, oh, I just assumed that you were married or something, or I just assumed that you, and I'm thinking, he goes, you just look so intimidating. And I'm like, if one more person calls me intimidating. So another guy chimed in. He goes, no, man, maybe you shouldn't call her intimidating. She's like a boss woman. She got herself together. So men, before they approach her. So it was like a quick save from this other guy that knew me, where the other guy was trying to talk to me. So I'm thinking, if you assuming all this and you got your mind that I'm all this, then why are you trying to talk to me?
The thing is, don't come at me just because you're inadequate. Don't do that. Don't put stuff off on me. If you don't got what it takes to step to me, just keep walking by, please.
Keep on walking, I ain't talking to you anymore. That's so that's my kick, because I hear that so much, and I am it's starting to get to me a little bit, because I am single, but there's nothing wrong with me, and I don't want to be looked upon as being intimidating when someone sees me. I don't want somebody to look at me and think whatever they want before they even open their mouth to approach me. I hate that. Like, why come at me if you already assume I have a man and you assume I'm all these different things? So
now, and see, that's the other side of it. Why are you coming at me if you assume I have a man? Because if you assume I have a man, why aren't you being respectful to who you assume I'm with? Go sit your ass down somewhere. Girl, I ain't in the mood for people that don't act grown.
Yes. And my giggle, I had a different giggle, but I was just talking to a girlfriend before we went live. And so, and we were just talking about that. I said, you know what? That's funny. We were talking about lingerie. Like, do men get bored with lingerie? And at what point do you swap it out? Like sometimes we swap out old shoes, we swap out. But she said, girl, I got some lingerie that I know since 2000. I said, honey, I got lingerie from Victoria's Secrets that I know I've had, and the man that gave it to me is married. I started laughing. But it's like lingerie. It's like some things, they don't go out of style. They don't get all ratted and tattered. So lingerie can be worn and for a long period of time. And so I was laughing about that, thinking about how many pieces of lingerie I actually have that a man has given me that it's outlasted them.
Yeah.
But I put it on and I don't even think about them when I put it on,
That is such an interesting thing that I don't think I've ever thought about that. I don't think I have any lingerie that someone has given me, because it's funny that you said you don't usually swap it out. I actually intentionally got rid of some stuff, like probably within the last year, because I was just like,
I do. Like,
I don't really want to wear this for my man when I know I want it somebody else,
Some things I do, man. Obviously, I'm gonna keep it real. Thongs and stuff, I swap them out. I don't keep a thong forever and ever. I just, after a while, it's like, look, it's got to go. Bra, I try to swap
long enough.
Yeah, I mean, don't know. And like bras for a female, I think we need to talk about because you might have. Well, I'm not gonna say you. I'm gonna say me or you out there, ladies listening.
Mhm.
You might have 20 bras, and of those 20 bras, 3 might be your favorite. That
Yeah,
you would wear them
I'm
suckers
wearing the hell
full.
out of them too.
That is me. It's like I have all these cute, pretty bras, but it's something about this one
Yeah.
4 bras that just fit underneath everything right. It holds everything right, and I ain't got to worry about the underwire digging and the so.
I have a t-shirt bra that I mean, did I throw it away? I've had that bra for years and I love that bra. And literally the whole like the top part of the t-shirt material is torn, everything. I didn't even care. I was still wearing it. I think I just recently got rid of it.
Well,
But
I'm so mad because I finally found bras that fit me comfortably. They didn't bind and all that. And I said, I'm gonna go back to the store to try to get them. They don't make them anymore. I even I looked at the stitching on the bra, but maybe they changed their name, or maybe I can go. I was so disappointed.
that
So
makes
now I have to get because I didn't have to try them on. Sometimes if you can buy a bra without trying it on,
Mhm.
I'm good, So
Yeah,
I digress talking about that, but that gave me some giggles about my lingerie. So now I'm gonna sit down in my drawer of
you
tricks and
gotta go through your stuff.
go through my tricks and my treats.
I have a little bag of tricks. And so, and I did look through it recently. I guess, because I was moving. I was like, most of it, I had already gotten rid of the stuff I didn't need or didn't want to, carry on life with. Um, but I still got some good stuff in there.
I do too.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna leave it go. I mean, let it go after this last thing. She was saying that not only with the lingerie, it made me think about all the shapers and undergarments and stuff
Oh,
to
yeah.
shape yourself. After a while, some things you gotta let it go because I got some stuff before the Spanx came out that
Mhm.
I'm like, it's just too thick and too bulky and too
Listen,
everything.
I had on, this is TMI, guys. Get ready. I had on a dress the other day, and my honey was like, I don't know what he was saying, and I was like, oh, I had, I have on something, I have like a one or something under it. And
Mm-hmm.
he was like, you got on Spanx, and I was like, well, this is probably just
The Yanks.
had it for so long. I don't think it's any more inks in it. It's just that it's just it's just like, girl,
It smooths out what needs to be
it's
smooth.
smoothing nothing no more. So I probably need to do that one.
Yeah, but we do.
Yes.
Okay, so I feel better. I got my kick and my giggle out.
Woo.
I digress.
Those were good. That was a good one. Shout out to everybody that's tuned in to us. I'm KS Lewis.
I'm Micheline Bowman.
And this is the Kicks and Giggles show. We come on every second and fourth Monday night at 9 p.m. Eastern time. Tonight we're talking about hot topics. And I want to give a shout out to everyone who's been watching and supporting from all over the world. We have our faithful folks. And so since the last time we have been on the air, shout out to North Carolina, Texas, and Wisconsin. I didn't go into a deep dive to find out all the different cities from those states, but thank you guys for listening. And for those of you who want to listen, tell a friend. They can reach us on any podcast platform and also YouTube. I keep forgetting. We're also on YouTube. Hey, YouTube audience. That, anywhere they like to be.
Or of course, and if people want to see how we look, what we look like, then y'all can come on and check us out too on Facebook. This is it. Yeah, Facebook and YouTube. This is it. This is how we look. This is no filters. No filters.
No filters. Just a little lippy and maybe some. Well, if I do that, I can't see.
And I'm like,
we're talking about hot topics tonight, and there's been a lot of stuff going on.
Yes.
I mean, typically we talk about love and relationships, and so I want to talk about. I know you wanted to talk about one certain person that keeps populating the earth, like who is it, Solomon or something? But I mean, he's like a modern day Abraham. No, it's not Abraham. Gotta be Solomon. He's giving it to us, or not us. He's giving it.
He's giving it to somebody else. It ain't us.
No. But I wanted to throw in Lori Harvey.
Oh yeah,
Jordan, because
I'm still kind of like, what?
But I'm not. Like,
You're not?
No, I'm glad you said that. I'm glad we're on opposite ends of that, because The girl's 25. Like,
Okay.
yeah, date. Don't marry
Well,
right
I get that. I get that, the whole date thing, but I mean, again, I just assumed, here I'm assuming that, of course, I guess she's beautiful, he's beautiful, handsome, gorgeous couple gets together, Hollywood romance, all that. And I
Mhm.
wanted to see Black Love win with them. I know she's young. I
Yeah.
just wanted to see it win.
So let me pose it like this as far as Black Love winning. Black Love did win while they were together. You
For that time, yes, I
know,
agree.
at that time, they seemed like they were having a great time. There was no drama, and we never heard about anybody doing any kind of crazy stuff. But, if the rumors are true, for those of you who don't know exactly what we're talking about, Steve Harvey's daughter, Lori Harvey, and Michael B. Jordan, the actor, broke up when last week or week before last. It's been recent. And
Mhm.
they kind of sent an uproar through all of the interwebs, everybody giving their opinion, particularly a lot of men had an opinion. And I'm just like, first of all, y'all jump around and do whatever you want for however long you want to. When you're young and you don't feel like you want to commit and you don't want to, settle down, you don't. But the first time a woman decides to do that, it's a problem. Why? I
Mhm.
don't get that.
A and it could have been something more behind it we don't know, but they decided as a couple, like, "Look, this is what we're letting people know, this is what it is, and that's all people need to know." We don't know, and maybe it'll come out later if she stepped out or he stepped out or they both stepped out, 'cause it's sometimes it's always a little bit more, but again, Black Love, like you said, did win for the
Mhm.
time they were together. I was just really hoping that, that would be it for them, but who
Yeah,
knows?
I'm
Like
I'm
J-Lo and Ben Affleck.
bored. Now, yeah. J Lo to me, I mean, she's what, over 50, a little over 50. I mean,
Mhm.
hey, I'm happy for her too. But she has gone and tried everything she wanted to try. She really has, and
I
I'm
love
like,
it. You said tried everything she wanted to try.
she has, and she came on right back around to Ben and was like, "Hey, I think I like that the best. Let me go get back with Ben." And so I
Right,
hope
that's
that
what I'm saying. Lori
Lori
might do the same
always
thing.
deserves to do that too. She deserves all the years it takes her to try what she wants to try.
Yeah. Now, I wonder, the bet out there is like, who's going to be next? Is it going to be another celebrity? Because it seems like, and just I feel like it seems like the majority of people in the music industry date in the music industry, or the actors, actresses, everyone dates within their set or whatever their specialty is. You don't
Yeah.
really find too many people who are out of class. You know what I mean? But not out of class. Not being negative when I say class,
Well,
but
I feel like they think that maybe there's more understanding of the industry and of how they have to operate within their life to so that they can date without a lot of drama. I don't know. I'm not a celebrity, so I don't know.
yes, you are.
No, I'm not. I get to go look. I can go outside and nobody's taking my picture except my child.
I love it. Well, well, we're both in that status. But yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
you are a celebrity. Don't even try it. You are a celebrity. You are.
but
No,
people say that that's weird to hear that.
it might be weird, but it's true.
Okay, well, it's not about me and my celebrityism that I haven't quite owned up to. But
So, what's the verdict on Lori Harvey though? Because men were like, "Oh, she's for the streets," and I'm like, "She's not for the streets.
I
She's
didn't
25, and she deserves to have all the fun she wants to have for as long as she wants to have it, and as long as her mama and daddy are cool with it, and as
then
long
so
as
be
she's
it.
cool with it, because she's a grown woman at this point."
Yes, she's 20. Yes, 25. And he's a grown man. My verdict is, again, if that's where you are in your life and you're not ready to settle down, don't do something just because the culture wants you to do it. Do
Right.
it when you want to do it. Otherwise, it's not going to be done out of pure love and happiness. And so they'll get married for what, a year, 6 months, and then they'll be separated, then divorced. We
Yeah.
don't want that. Mm-mm.
Okay, let's talk about the next hot topic. It's yours. Who? All right, no, you.
Well, before we get to my hot topic, since we're talking about babies,
Yeah.
can I just say Rihanna's little baby is adorable.
Aw, what?
Oh my God, absolutely just.
Okay. I
Oh,
got.
you have to see
I
the
got.
baby?
I gotta look it up because
I saw it on Instagram,
I missed all of that.
and they said Rihanna's first look at her and A$AP Rocky's baby. So she's posing with the baby on her shoulder. absolutely adorable. I was like, oh, Riri's a mommy.
Oh, I missed it.
Yeah, I just saw that before we came on this evening. So shout out to love and making babies, and we hope that that relationship lasts and lasts. Because I said to my daughter, I kept getting him confused with Kylie Jenner's baby daddy because I feel like they kind of favor each other.
Oh yeah, a little bit.
What's his
Oh,
name? Travis somebody? You
Tra-
see it?
yeah,
Yeah.
Travis Scott.
They kind of favor. I guess it's the hair. Maybe it's the hair.
Maybe.
Okay.
No. I
So
liked ASAP Rocky.
see, I couldn't tell you what songs they sing, so it don't even matter. But so my hot topic is the ever so fruitful and seed planting, and I don't know what you would call him, Nick Cannon.
He's giving them that D.
And I know, I've met Nick, great guy, funny, all that, but I didn't know he was like dropping those seeds like that. So my thing was like, again, look, he's dropping the seeds. I've lost count. How many babies? How many sets of twins?
9. At least 9 babies.
9 babies. I don't know how many baby mothers. But to me,
I don't know.
When is enough enough? And is it, to me? Does he have an addiction to have kids? Does he have an addiction to get women pregnant? What is his addiction? We can't say sex because on the radio he did say he tried to be celibate for a month, but it didn't work. He got as far as a month. He said 2022 he was going to be celibate.
Yeah.
He said it lasted for all of a month. But my thing is, I'm not against having sex and making love, whatever you want to call it. But I just feel as a female, knowing that he has all these different kids and all these multiple kids born in the same year, what is that saying about the females? Like, oh, I'm gonna have a baby by Nick Cannon so I can get paid. Like, what are they really thinking? That's what I'm kind of.
I tell you what,
All they thinking.
They all are gonna keep him working. That's for sure, because the man can't retire no time soon with all these babies.
But I feel like if one thing goes wrong in his career,
yeah,
the same way the whole thing with the wilding out for a minute.
Oh yeah.
So that's like my hot topic is I don't know how people feel about that. Like I said, it's not about a Nick bashing thing. It's just about having multiple sets of kids by multiple different women. So what is that saying to the children? What is that saying to the mothers who decided, hey, well, I got pregnant and I know he got 2 on the way the same year. I don't know how I couldn't, that doesn't settle right with me. And I'm thinking, well, Mariah's probably at home like, all I want for Christmas is not you.
Yeah, she dodged a anyway, she got her 2 and bounced. But I mean, to me, it's psychotic. It's, and I'm not just saying that because I study, psychopathology, but there's psychosis in there. There's something inside of him that makes him feel like he has to not just, he can't just stop with having a relationship with someone or having sex. There's something that about him feeling the need to actually conceive with whatever woman he's with. And I wish I wish I could dig a little bit more deeper into that, but that's how it is. That's how it's showing. That's how it's presenting to me. That there's something going on with him on the inside. And maybe there's some attachment issue or something. And he feels like, this way I will always have, some type of connection with this woman.
That's the other thing, because a baby is an emotional, physical attachment forever.
And it's a responsibility. Having a child is a major responsibility because it doesn't stop at birth. I mean, of course, there are some people that don't, stay in the process of raising their children, but he doesn't seem like that type of person. I don't know, because I don't know him.
The pictures, every time we see a picture that pops up, well, when I see pictures, he's like, baby, hugging him. I mean, he's all excited, but we don't know the dynamics when the birthdays come and when the girls, they want them. Like if the kids all have the same month of a birthday, he might be here, there, everywhere. We don't know the dynamics as far as holidays, birthdays, first day in school, all those dynamics that are going to come into play with all these children. And that could be a bit much. And like with the women coming together, like, do you bring all your kids at your house for a big old sleepover and then the mama's going to come pick them up? I mean, that's a lot.
You know what it makes me think of? That song by 50 Cent, Have a Baby by Me, be a millionaire.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what all these women are thinking. They think if they have a baby by Nick Cannon, they'll be millionaires.
But it don't work like that because this money is being, they're getting paid, no doubt. They're getting paid. And he picked some beautiful women, but just because you're pretty on the outside doesn't mean that your inside is pretty. You can have a low self-esteem, you can have a lot of insecurities, a lot of whatever.
Yeah.
So like I always wonder like what type of women are these that he's going after? Because I don't know anything about the women. I'm not trying to sit here and say that they have low self-esteem or any of that, but it makes me wonder what type of female, knowing that he has multiple kids. But
yeah.
With that being said, let me just do a check-in for y'all wondering who is talking. My name is Micheline Bowman.
And I'm KS Lewis.
And this is the Kicks and Giggles Show. We come to you every second and fourth Monday on all your podcast platforms and YouTube as well. Shout out to YouTube. Facebook, you can watch us. And tonight, we're talking about some hot topics and a lot of hot topics going on, but we got some other great stuff we're going to talk about. So we're glad you're tuned in and joining us as always.
Yeah, let me I love Susan said I think it has to do with his mortality. That's a good point. Maybe he's wanting to live on through these children and making
I never thought of that.
Yeah, making sure that his legacy and the lineage of Nick Cannon lives on. And I told you, Solomon, living on and on and on.
I never thought of that.
And multiplying the earth.
Well, Susan, thank you, because I guess I never thought about that. I just really want to know what's the root in his brain, like what is
psychosis. That's
it. So it's the whole psychosis thing.
Yeah, because he is not responsible for populating the earth, like, and he's definitely taken on that challenge. Okay. And so,
because it makes me think about the sister wives.
Oh yeah.
That's another conversation for another time. But
be a sister wife?
Say what?
Did you ever be a sister wife? I already know the answer to that. I'm just being.
I to say hell to the nizzo, because I hate to share. I'm selfish when it comes to a man. I'm sorry. I'm just selfish.
Okay. I'm glad you said I hate to share, because sometimes I feel like, okay, how do I say this? So a lot of people say I hate to share, but if you have a man who has an insatiable appetite, like, how do women that have men with insatiable appetites feel? Because do they feel like they can match that energy all the time? Or do they have these moments where they're like, whoo, tag me out, coach.
You said tag me out, coach.
Yeah.
I know I never thought about that. I mean, I've dated a couple of men who were just like, I'm like, okay, really? And the more I'm like, okay, really? But it's like,
so what do you do in that scenario? Like, of course, I would not be a sister wife. I mean,
hell to the
I might need somebody to help me go to the grocery store. That probably would be, that would be fantastic. But but I'm kind of like you. I don't want to share. I don't like even the thought of sharing. And I remember maybe some years ago, I used to be like, I used to play with that thought, but I'm like, the older I get, I'm like, child, I can barely deal with my own personality. I'm getting ready to deal with somebody else plus you.
No, I'm sorry, I couldn't. When I saw that Sister Wife commercial, and the man, it was a black guy, and he had two, I think they were two white, they were whatever they were. He was like, he was cool with her, but he wasn't cool that she wanted a girlfriend.
Oh yeah. So
I was like, wait a minute, this is just too much.
It's always like that though. A lot of times it's so one-sided. It's like, and unfortunately, it's usually men. I don't want to stereotype, but I feel like it's usually men that feel like, oh, I can do whatever I want to. But the minute you get ready to step out and do something very similar, I have a problem. I'm like, wait.
Yep, it's a problem.
That's not even that don't even make sense. If we're agreeing to this setup, if we're agreeing to this whole situation, then why can't I go out?
Exactly. Like Susan says, yeah, either you match their energy or you leave them alone. So my
Yes.
thing is when I could not match or I didn't want to be matched, I had to leave them alone.
Yeah.
Because after a while, if you realize in a relationship that your partner is like sex driven, that he or she is just driven by that, and that becomes the basis or the most important thing in your relationship, after a while, I mean, sex cannot always, in my opinion,
Mhm.
be the most important thing in your relationship. It should be a complement to your relationship, but I don't think that, 'cause to me, intimacy and communication take, oh, I mean, to me, it's more than
Oh,
sex.
yeah, absolutely. But sex is important. And I
Yes.
agree, like, it's important, but it's not the end all that bees all.
Mm-mm.
And I agree with you about the intimacy and something else you said, oh, communication.
Communication.
I also think respect is really important, but I wanna go back to sex. Um, I think
Uh-oh.
you have somebody that has a big appetite for sex, you gotta find out what the 1-2 punch is. And when you
The
I
1-2 punch.
Yeah, you gotta find out what the 1-2 punch is because someone can have a big appetite, but it's always something that will get them and
I see
drag.
what you're saying. I got you.
And once you figure out what that is, do it. When you get tired, do it.
Mama said knock you out. Ugh.
Yeah.
That's funny. Okay, the 1-2 punch.
Yeah, find out what the 1-2 punch is and use it to your advantage.
I can see that.
Mhm.
Well, can I switch gears real quick?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Okay. I'm thinking that Father's Day is coming up
Uh-huh.
and Mother's Day, people always forget Mother's Day and Father's Day. How? I don't understand because they come. Yeah, people go, "What day is it? What week is this?" Always the third Sunday. I mean, to me, the dates kind of shift each calendar year, but the 1, 2, 3, whatever the third one is, that's what it is.
Yeah.
And so it just hit me that watching TV, I kept seeing all these Mother Day commercials and buy the jewelry and the flowers, but I haven't seen as many for Father's Day, and it got me thinking. Typically, it's a Hallmark day. Mother's Day, cards, balloons, candy, all that type of stuff. But I have always been one to wonder why the fathers just have never gotten that same due
Mm,
when it comes to Father's Day. So I looked up some stats here.
okay.
And according to, I'm not going to name who they are, but $32 billion was spent this year on mothers for Mother's Day.
Oh,
32 billion.
wow.
And they're projecting for Father's Day, it'll only be 20 billion.
Oh, wow.
And well, that's a lot of money, but still,
I'm not
32.
surprised. I'm not surprised by that because I think, there is a underlying, uh, God, how do I say? I'm all tongue tied tonight. There's like this underlying message that is universal that mothers, because they give birth, they pretty much are the nurturers,
Right.
they are the healers, they pretty much are all encompassing when it comes to the needs of the family.
Okay.
And the man, the dad, he's the protector. So he protects and the mom takes care of everything else. But then you also have this whole notion of fathers that are not in the home.
Right.
And so because there have been so many different things systemically and over the years, and I'm not going to get into my slavery soapbox again, but you already know how I feel about that. There
Mhm.
have been so many things that have been passed down to separate families,
Emily.
to break up families, and to put systems in place that take the father out of the home. I think that it's just a perpetual storyline throughout everything that we do that, yeah, you're going to celebrate the mom because she's everything. She's taking care, she gave birth to you. She's taking care of you. She was there when no one was there. And if she was there when no one was there, that means that they've taken the father out of the picture.
Gotcha.
You always see so many stories that are put in the public view about women who withstood it all, who
Right.
their children with, without a man present. And so we applaud women for that, as we should. I'm not saying
Right.
we shouldn't, but it does not give a lot of leeway for the fathers who have been active, for the fathers who've been there the whole time. So yeah, I'm not surprised at all by that.
Well, I just want to shout out to all the amazing dads,
Yeah.
bonus dads, uncles, brothers, cousins, anybody who is a dad who has fulfilled that dad or fathering role in a child's life. Just shout out to you and know that you are loved.
You want to be dads.
Yes.
We're going to shout you out too, because you did
right.
the thing to become a dad.
That's right. We want to just know that. So celebrate, have an amazing day. And just know that for me, I think fathers are special. I think that I wish and hope that maybe one day that it would be a joint Father's Day celebration or something, because fathers, like you said, they don't get that they're just due like they should.
No,
So,
they don't. And I mean, I'm glad you shouted them out. Happy Father's Day, happy early Father's Day to all the fathers. I think that's like you said, there's so many men that are doing what they're supposed to do. There's men who don't have children who still father other people's children.
exactly.
There are men who step in, who stand in the gap. There's mentors, there's coaches, there's, like you said, godfathers, there's uncles, there's all these people that, that take up the realm of fatherhood, take up the whole,
That title, they wear the title with honor.
Yeah, they do, and they should. They should, because we need, just like we need mothers, we need fathers. If you ask any child who's never had their father in their life, that's a void within them that they long for forever, and they try to fill it in different ways. But yeah, it's needed.
That's so true.
Needed.
So keeping along with that whole family topic of discussion, I find it ironic that 71% of people, they're saying, don't want to be married, but they want to be in long-term relationships.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy?
71% of people,
yeah,
honestly don't want to be married. They would rather be and I said, wait a minute, 71%. That's a lot of people that just want to live together forever and never have be married. So I'm thinking, well, hell, I'm on the other side because I want to be married.
I was one of those people for a very long time.
and I'm still one of those people who have been for a very long time.
No, I mean one of the people that says I don't want to do it. Like
I
was married for 10 years, almost 10 years, and divorced, and I've been divorced for 10 years at this point. But it's been 10 years. But I was one of those people that was very adamant, like, I'm not getting married again. Screw that. Like, I'll be in a relationship and it'll be wonderful, but we don't have to marry to have a wonderful relationship. Right. It's been recent that I have changed my mind with that. And, changed my mind because, of course, I always value the sanctity of marriage. I don't discount that in any way. I believe in marriage. I believe in the institute of marriage. I just don't think that you have to be married to be in a healthy, happy, successful relationship.
I agree 100%. I have a girlfriend. I've known her, oh my God, over 21 years, 20, more than 20, almost 25 years now. She's been with her husband over 30 years. They're not married.
Yeah.
I mean, as far as a piece of paper, but they have been together for that long in the same house. They own each other's insurance policies. They own each other's everything, but they're not legally married. So I don't know what common law, there is such a thing as common law, but I don't know, like, God forbid something happens to one or the other, if because it's still not physically legal. So, but 71% people out there, I don't know, that want to be single people, just want to be in a long-term relationship with
all the drama that you got to deal with. But I was going to say this about common law. Every state does not recognize common law. So, it's important to know what state you're in and whether or not it's recognized, because if something happens, one of the things I've always said to my guy now is like, ain't nobody going to list me as your little friend.
You did not say little friend.
No, we're not doing that. So
that's a little friend.
No, I'm not your little friend. So that's
Mm-mm.
what
That's
happens.
your little friend.
That's what happens. People decide to just be together for many, many, many years, and although everyone accepts it, when the chips are down and something happens to one of those two, and you gotta do a write up about them, how do you label them? What do you say? You know,
Little friend.
they're not your spouse.
That's very true. Little friend.
And
Mm.
on top of that, unless they have a will that is laid out and they have someone over their estate that is really going to do it to the T, you got to make sure you know the laws where you are, because that family or the children or whomever can come in and be like, you ain't got no claim to this. You're not married.
You ain't married? Yeah, but we were together 57 years.
Don't matter.
I know. That's so
Yeah,
true.
they can put you out your house, sis.
And that's facts, as they say. Facts, point blank, period. That's stuff that does go down.
Yeah,
Mm.
it does all the time. So you got to have that stuff in writing.
But we're not trying to say that any of that stuff's going to happen to any of our listeners who's been married 30, 40, 50 years. It's
No,
a blessing.
just prepare. Just listen. We're not saying that it could happen, that it will happen, but it can happen. So make sure you do what you need to do to cover yourself.
That's true. So do you think that, I know they said that the age of a female getting married versus a man getting married is different. The females are getting married younger, and the
Mhm.
men are getting married older age. I think it's age 27 for a female and 29 for a male, which is like the average age. And I mean, I don't know how they go about that, because nowadays these millennials and XGY, whatever else millennials, they seem to be kind of like living la vida loca. Like life is just, I can't see. I see the population getting less because of all the social media and all the stuff out here. And women don't want to have babies because they don't want to mess up their bodies because they getting all this work done to them. So I see the population shift decreasing with the kids nowadays. I don't know how you look at that, but I just don't see them really settling down having babies as much.
Um, no, I guess not. I mean, I guess people are traveling and living their best lives, and they just don't feel like they want the responsibility of making another person a priority. I don't know. I think it's just depends on where you are in life and what you're doing.
Well, I'm gonna say where I'm in life is I'm happy to be a grandparent
Yes.
and love up on her, and she goes back home because I'm about to take on 2 weeks, child. I
Ooh.
signed you up for a camp. She's gonna be with me for 2 weeks, so you better come check on your girl. Holla at you.
I'm checking on you. I got a couple more hot topics I want to throw out there. You
Sure.
remember? So recently Johnny Depp and Amber Heard had their trial, and in the end, they kind of both won. I mean, it was a defamation of character trial. I thought it was super funny, some of the things that were said throughout that were like broadcast. I think Jason Momoa's video was shown where he did his testimony, which was hilarious. But could you imagine being in a relationship where it gets so bad that someone plops their happy hips on top of your bed and takes a dump? Like, because that was one of the issues that was talked about.
That's nasty. That's nasty.
I mean, but when you think about some of the things that people talk about happen in relationships, you get so mad at somebody. I mean, you just think about it. We've seen like people burn clothes,
Yeah.
throw stuff away. They do all kinds of stuff. But could you ever imagine getting mad at somebody to the point where you where you shit in their bed, or you just figure out something to do that would just.
That's disgusting. If somebody take a shit in my bed, it's bad enough if a man is wiped his butt and he sits up, he leaves a streak on my daggone. I mean, I'm just saying. See, exactly. You know what I'm saying?
I would question me. Like, why did I choose this one if he's capable of doing that? Why did I choose a man that is capable of leaving a streak? A man that won't wipe his ass. I have a problem with that.
I'm just saying, like, really, dude?
Yeah.
Are you gonna leave a streak and you're gonna shit in my bed? That's that. I'm sorry. That to me was beyond. I couldn't even I still can't. I'm tongue tied.
Yeah.
Just the thought that that could even be possible by somebody.
But what's the worst thing you've ever done to someone in a relationship? Like when you've just had enough. What's the worst thing? Have you ever done anything crazy? I've done some crazy stuff.
And
So
you told me about some of your crazy stuff,
I've
but
done some crazy
honestly,
stuff.
I never keyed the car, bust out a window, stalked the guy. And that's not true. I didn't stalk him. He called me. He was supposed to be going out of town, and you know how you knew when you know your man, and something just didn't feel right. I'm like, well, well, where are you going? It was like too shady. I
Mhm.
got my girlfriend. I'm like, drive with me out there.
Mhm.
Why? Pull up. I'm like, cars in the driveway, lights on in the house. I see shadows going back and forth. I'm gonna ring the doorbell. We've been together 2 years. Why can't I ring the doorbell?
Yeah.
Not it's quite going into, but longer than a year. Nobody comes to the door.
Mm.
Call the phone. Nobody answers the phone. I was like, huh, okay. So what I did do, I was trying to make the alarm go off on the car. And it wouldn't go off. I was hitting the door, opening, shaking the car, just to attract attention, so he knows that I was out there. That's the only crazy thing I've done. But I've never done any like damage or anything like.
Oh yeah, I've done some crazy shit.
What you did with the syrup in the window or something?
Yeah. I put maple syrup in the window, like
I love that one.
and I just
I love that one. That one, Kay, that would mess up everything. That would mess up his whole interior. You know,
I didn't care.
I've never. I mean,
Care at the time.
yeah,
Hey.
but no, I haven't. That's. I mean, I literally. Not that
Yeah.
I'm like some goody two shoes. I just have not. I guess I don't know if it's a blessing or a curse, but it's hard for me to detach emotionally. But it's
Right.
easy for me to detach when I'm done. If that makes sense.
Oh, absolutely. I think a lot of people can detach really easily when they've been into, when they're fed up.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
can be like juices, and I can see you. It doesn't bother me.
Mhm.
But sometimes if it's like there's some like emotional attachments that I'll still have depending on the relationship. But
Mhm.
when it's over, adios amigos. That's how I am.
Yeah. At this point in my life, when it's done, it's done. But when I was younger, I had a little, I still had a little oomph in me, and I was gonna let you know I was there, honey.
Oh, you gonna leave a little something something so they know that you were there.
Yeah, one time did I talk about this before? One time I took all of our pictures and cut them up and put them on the front porch.
No, you ain't talking about that.
Before he woke up the next morning, I had cut everything up and just put it on his porch.
Okay, no, you didn't.
Well,
Kay, we're gonna have to have a conversation one day, Kay, because I'm learning some more stuff about you.
I'm telling you, I was a little off back in the day. I was a little off. Yeah, I was a little off.
I haven't done anything quite like that, but no cutting up clothes.
I have called, like I have been in relationships where I caught them cheating, and I find out the girl's mama them number and call their mama and make up a story to say something crazy.
I just don't get Kay, what kind of Jesus.
I was off. I was off.
Were you in your 20s or 30s? If you in your 20s,
I was in my 20s. No, and I'm talking early 20s, like college. Yeah.
Okay, because I'm like, if you in your 30s, I can't give you a pass on that one. I'm like, look, come on.
I was married in my 30s. I ain't.
Well, women did it.
I was off then too, but.
But there are some women in their 30s that they still do some childish things. I mean, they say you got to know better to do better. But sometimes a part of me thinks that a lot of behaviors that some women go through, if they watch their moms go through certain things in relationships with men in and out the house, or with, I truly believe that daughters and sons, they look at their parents. As a single mother, a son sees how men treat his mother, and a daughter sees how men treat the mother. So I think it's different dynamics, but I haven't gone cuckoo for cocoa.
I always wanted to make sure they understood that I was crazy. I was just as crazy as Glenn Close, but I wasn't gonna burn your dog or like I wasn't gonna do anything crazy to your animals or nothing like that.
You said the Glenn Close, but
Attraction. You know that movie?
Yeah.
Like I have it in me, but I'm not gonna do it.
Yeah, okay, and I don't feel that from you. But then when you talk,
All I do is share love now.
yes, Glenn. Oh, girl, you got me thinking about Glenn Close.
So,
Lord
yeah,
Jesus.
she was off the chain. She was off the chain. But no, I got it in me. I'm reserved now. I'm reserved now.
I'm just like, that's gonna breathe about it, breathe about it. No, but that's funny because the older I get, some there are parts of me that I feel that because I haven't been married and all that, because I haven't given up hope. And again, I am still comfortable with myself. So if it doesn't happen, I'm still happy with me. I don't feel like if I died tomorrow and I wasn't married, then, oh my God, they'd be saying, oh, Micheline, she was never married. Because
Yeah.
I've done too many other things in my life to leave a legacy and be grateful for. But I don't know. There is a part of me that says maybe I should abandon this idea,
Okay.
and I'm okay with that. So I
Well,
might be, and I mean, I am.
I think it's fine to have the desire to, and yeah, I think it's fine to have the desire to be married. And I like the fact that you're not one of those people that's pressed about it. If it happens, it happens. But I also think that, maybe just do a check within and make sure that you're still open to.
Where's this going, Kay? Where's this going?
I'm just saying that, when you meet people, when you meet men, just do a check, an internal check to just make sure that you're being open and not in a space that says if he doesn't check off all the boxes, then
Mhm.
he's not the one. Because
Right.
I promise you, he will never check off all the
Oh
boxes.
no.
At some point, you got to just say, okay, do I want this over this? Or am I willing to accept some things to get get everything else that will blossom from this?
Right.
Or am I going to throw it all away, even the possibility of what I desire, just because of a couple of things that I am not very fond of?
Yes, I've been down that road a couple times already.
Because I think it's unrealistic for anyone to think at this point in life that they're going to get everything that they want out of someone. And I say that with all of the knowing that someone's gonna come back and say, but we should have everything we want. Well, as you grow and evolve, you do have everything you want because maturity creeps in and
Right.
lets you know that some of the things that you claim you wanted early on were not as important as you thought they were.
Okay, but
Hmm.
he's got to have a side teeth.
Yes. Side teeth are not up for discussion.
He's got it. I mean, you got it. When you turn to the side, I got to see all of them. I don't care if you got to get implants. You got to have your side teeth.
He gotta have all his teeth, okay?
Yeah. And on a side note, of the side teeth,
don't have the front. No, we need it all. We need
you
all.
gotta have all of them. But on a side note, I went to the state of the economy for Prince George's County, where I live. When I tell you, amazing, amazing, the state of the economy, all the who's who, the big ballers, the rollers, the developers, I mean, all the everything.
Right.
And as I'm networking, walking around, and I'm meeting people, and I was like sitting there like, she's a bazillionaire. Where her side teeth? I mean, I'm talking to her, but my brain was like, girlfriend, where to the female, where your side teeth? And she's and I'm like,
Some people just don't even care about them anymore. Some
okay.
people don't care about them. I went to New Orleans, and no shade into NOLA because I love that city, but there were way too many people that don't have side teeth that I and I began to tell my girlfriend that I was with, I was like, were we supposed to bring ours or not? Because were we not supposed to have side teeth once we got here? Like, these people have them because it's everyone.
I'm telling you.
We have ours.
And the thing is, people don't realize that looking straight ahead, everybody's fine. But when they talk, ha ha ha, and you see all this snaggletooth or It's not even snag a tooth. It's just like
It's,
rolling dice.
you're gone.
Your teeth are gone. Like,
Yeah.
and everything starts shifting. So it's like, at what point don't you realize that that's not sexy? Because you got a space.
But you know what I think? So I think this is just me being a silly rationalist. I'm like, maybe, they're like, who cares? I don't really need them.
But you,
They don't impede me from chewing. They don't, like, if you're looking at me dead on, you can't tell. I've mastered the smile that hides the fact that I don't have them. Who cares at this point?
I care, because if you're laying up sleeping and I'm looking up and I see big empty spaces, your mouth hanging open, I care. And you need your teeth for chewing.
Yeah, but they don't need those because they've adjusted. They've adjusted to chewing in other areas of their mouth by now.
I'm sorry. I mean, Kevin said Jerome in the house, no side teeth.
No, people don't care about side teeth anymore. They really don't. They just don't. They don't care about draws either. Because I see way too many people when I'm out not wearing them.
Oh, yes.
And I have almost gotten to the point a couple of times when I'm out where one thing I dislike, and I know we have to go in a few minutes. One thing I really dislike is seeing women with leggings on and no underwear.
Those black leggings are so sheer and see-through.
I'm beginning to think it's on purpose.
I think so too. It's no way that you can have on those black leggings and they're like spandex, but they're sheer when you stretch them all out.
Yeah, when you bend down or when you move a certain way, you can see through them. And I got caught one time like that. I innocently, literally did not realize you could see through them. And I had on a pair, and I went out, and I came home, and I was like, "Oh my God, you see my whole ass back there." From that day, never again. But when I go out and I see it, I'm like, sometimes I want to be like, hey sis, I can see your ass, right?
But like you said, some of them might want you to see them, and you don't even try to say something to some of these women because they look at you like
be a whole issue going on. I'm gonna have to act foolish.
And then we can have a whole fashion conversation about the fashion do's, don'ts, and it's better damn near and never do.
Kevin said the camera shows it all. That is so true. Let me tell you.
True. Taking a picture.
Embarrassing story that I have. I went to an event. This was like, I don't know, a few years ago. It was a fashion show I went to. And I was so cute, Micheline. Oh my God. I had on a sheer top. And I just had a bra on underneath it. I did not have, what I should have done was wear a bra the same color as the shirt, but I didn't have it. So I was like, who cares? Nobody, I'm gonna wear a bra of my skin tone. Nobody's gonna care. Nobody's gonna notice. I had all this really long necklace on. I took a picture with someone. And when I saw that picture, I was so embarrassed. And I said, my mama didn't raise me like that.
But you could see your bra, not the shirt.
You could see everything. And I was just like, oh my God. And I had to call and have them take that picture down because I was like, you won't represent, I will not allow myself to be represented like that. So
that's happened to me on Meet Me Monday.
Yeah.
With the black outfit on. It's something with the way the lights hit me.
Yes.
It kind of dissolved the clothes and made me look like you could see right there. I was like, wait a minute.
That's vision camera or something. It was crazy.
It wasn't you, Kevin, though, because I would tell you if I saw my goody goods. It wasn't you.
Kevin wouldn't put you out there like that. So no. But yeah, it was terrible. It was terrible. All right, we've come to the end of the show, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Trying to look real quick. So coming up with some of the topics that we have coming on down the line, we're going to be talking in the next few shows about baggage, dating with baggage, relationship order, who you feel like comes first, manipulative tactics in relationships, what they are and what they look like, and have you done them? That should be fun. Are we still going to talk about getting snatched, body image? Do we still need to talk about body image, or we need to does that even matter anymore?
No, because too many people are doing it. I need to get snatched. I don't.
I'm already snatched.
Okay.
Listen, all this big old, never mind. I ain't got no complaints.
All right, that's what I'm at.
We're going to talk about, is ignorance truly bliss
Mm.
in a relationship? Healing and forgiveness, self-sabotage. We probably need to go back and talk about cheaters again. I feel like every year we need to talk about cheaters. Older men, younger women versus older women and younger men. I'm not sure if we've talked about that before. And so many more. So if you are a listener or viewer and you have a great topic that you'd like to hear us talk about, please, we are very, very open to hearing from you. You can hit us up on Facebook or wherever, or even on IG on our individual pages. So,
Yes.
all right. I'm KS Lewis.
I'm Micheline Bowman.
And we are the Divas of Monday Night on the Kicks and Giggles show. Thank you so much for listening, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye, everyone.